Hey, boring old guy here. On this channel, I do whatever the hell I want to do. Today, I'm hiking into the Colonel Bob Wilderness, planning on doing a 2-night backpacking trip. The objective is to climb to the top of Colonel Bob, which is about 4,500 feet or so. But the hard part is, it's 7.3 miles one way, according to the ranger station info, and it's all uphill. So you start about 250 feet, something like that, and you just climb for 7 miles. So the plan here, a few miles from the top, there are some campsites. So I figured I'd walk up to that, set up camp, and tomorrow I'll summit Bob, Colonel Bob. Look what I found here. The ripe thimbleberry. Yum. Foraging in the woods. So as I've gone down the trail, I've noticed some red huckleberries. I found myself a nice little outcropping of them here. See if I can get just a little bit of a taste treat. There's one more. There aren't many of them. These things are pretty sparse on the plant. Yum. All right then, onward and upward. Girl. All right. We came across a seep in the mountainside here. That's pretty cool how it's streaming down the lower side of that log. The summit got her fill. She's a happy girl. Lots of water. And look what else I found. So, not quite ripe, but ripe enough. I bet I'm gonna find some more of those too. Nice. Onward and upward. Temperatures are forecast this week to get into the mid-80s. And being in a rainforest, that means high humidity, so I'm real thankful for the shade that I'm walking through most of the time. Yeah, it's wonderful. Forests are definitely my happy place. The smells are just intoxicating. Well, I finally got to the Mulkey shelter. Boy, this sucker's seen better days, eh? $1934. You know, this looks like an all right place to just sit down and have a drink of water and a handful of nuts. I think some would be all right with a break. Just sniff around. Look, we got a little bit of trail art. Okay, I've come to the fork in the trail where Pete's Creek Trail hooks in. So up that way is Colonel Bob. Colonel Bob is up there, and that's a little over 1,000-foot climb in full exposed sun, pretty much, in the heat of the day. So I'm tired. My dog is telling me she's very tired. Keeps wanting to lay down in the shade. Anyway, so I was looking at this, and I'm seeing something about West Fork Shelter. I have no idea. I can't find it on any of my maps here. I'm probably just not looking in the right spot. But I'm going to come down here and try to find a place to pitch and establish a base camp. I'd rather climb Colonel Bob in the morning, frankly. And I'm sure Summit would too. Just look at this beautiful site. It looks like home. Summit, I think we found home. Yay! You get to rest. All right. Check in with you later after I pitch camp. Beautiful little creek. It's right below my campsite. Sweet. So I'm still using some of those old packaged meals that I got from Doc. I still have a couple of weekends worth of these things left. Thank you, Doc. All right then. Mountain House hearty beef stew. All right, looks good. Tastes good. I'm hungry. Only had a few handfuls of nuts since breakfast. All right. So I'm going to eat this, and I'll fill you in on how far I hiked today, what my plans are for tomorrow, and then I'll be going inside and getting away from the mosquitoes. So talk to you in just a couple of minutes here. All right, all settled in for the night. Got Summit in here with me. Show you here in a second. So let's see, I hiked 6.71 miles today in just under 6 hours, so 1.1 mile per hour. I gained over 3,400 feet in elevation. I'm currently at like 2,400 feet. I had to come back down the hill a little ways to find this campsite. Anyway, wake up in the morning, have some oatmeal, and summit Colonel Bob. All right, well, that was a good day's work, and it's bedtime. So we will see you in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning. Here we are, 7:30. Leaving the tent behind and heading for the summit. Summit with Summit. There we go. So 7:30 in the morning. I've had my oatmeal, I've had my coffee, been down to the stream, refilled the water bottles, and ready to attack this summit. So I've got about 2,000 feet to go, about 2 miles or something, so it'll be a good climb. And away we go. Summit gets to walk without a pack this morning. I'm carrying her water and her water dish for her. Okay, look what I found here. Yesterday it was red huckleberries. Today it's blue. Pick a few of these guys. Quite a few of them. There's a nice big fat one right there. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, wonderful. Ah, okay. Here we go. All right, I know that there's bears in these woods. That has got to be bear shit. That's a huge scat. Look who we found. Hey, little buddy. What do you think of that, huh? There's my girl. Dad stops, she plops. Run across a few boggy areas here, but look what we've got going on. Little tadpoles. Gonna grow up to be granddaddy toads like we saw on the trail back there. Getting real close now. Oh, all right. Woohoo! All right, the trail is steep and it's a rock scramble for the last few feet. Well, we're almost there. Yeah! I'm gonna walk down off the peak along the little rock ridge line. This nice big flat observation deck. Oh, beautiful. Wow. All right, so we're looking west out to the coast. And there is the lake. Panning around, northwest, north, there's the Olympics. Oh, panoramas. Wow, ridge after ridge after ridge. 360. On the summit with Summit. I did take her off leash for this last little rock scramble. I didn't want her pulling me over. Well, my GPS tracker told me that I came about 1,900 feet. And the gradient was 23%. Yes, that's steep. So I found a nice shady spot just below the summit here. And my girl has been having a nice little nap after some water. I got myself a snack and mixed some electrolytes into my water and had a nice little break, but it's about time to head back down. So I will check in when I get back to camp. All right, old guy on the trail. Now there's a happy girl. This is the first good water source we've come across since we came down off the peak. Somebody gets to cool off her feet and get a good drink. Oh yeah. All right. That is a beautiful sight. Oh yes. Oh, it's supper time, and I guess that means it's supper time for mosquitoes too. So, like my stylish headwear. Someone has had hers, she wolfed it down. Oh my God, that girl was hungry. So tonight for me, chicken and rice. All right then. I will check in with you here in just a little bit. I think it's going to be an early bedtime and an early rise in the morning. So I'll see you in just a few. All right, tucked into bed early. She asked to come to bed. She was ready. And so am I. All right, so I will see you early in the morning. Good night. Okay then, good morning. Been awake for a couple of hours, had a nice slow morning. Got the coffee and the oatmeal. Dog had a nice nap. But we're ready for the road. All right, here we go, hitting the trail. So nothing much to show you on the way back, so I will catch up with you when we get back to the car at the trailhead. Now there's a welcome sight. Happy dog. All right. I have a good trail stink going on. I'll wipe myself off and put on my spare shirt. All right then, it's time for a critique of the Colonel Bob Trail. Overall, I loved it. Steep, challenging, lots of switchbacks, overgrown in places, but nothing that will make you lose the trail. Some downed trees, logs that you'll have to scramble over or under. Watch the loose gravel, watch the loose dirt. Easy to lose your footing. Dogs allowed on leash, please. Dogs are the enemy of all things in the wilderness. And not everybody on the trail appreciates a dog running loose. So just be kind, leash your pooch. Speaking of pooches, it should be in good trail shape. Don't bring Fluffy, the Pomeranian princess, along, or you're going to end up carrying it and you'll probably end up turning around. Should be a good trail dog and well trained to the leash, well trained to voice command. I'm glad I did the trail over 3 days and 2 nights. It was a good backpacking trip. It's doable, one long day, God, that's 14.6 miles from the Colonel Bob trailhead to the top and back. From the Pete's Creek trailhead up to the top and back, it's only something like 6.6. Some, manageable, very, very manageable. So if you're going to make a day hike out of it, I might suggest doing the Pete's Creek rather than the Colonel Bob, unless you're in really good shape and you're up for a challenge. So overall, I'd rate the trail moderate to difficult, at times strenuous. The last half mile or so, getting up to the summit, very steep, lots of tall steps, up rocks, following stream bank runoff quite a bit. The last bit, Rocky Knob up at the top of the summit, is a little bit of a scramble, but nothing unmanageable at all. So thank you for following along. I very much appreciate it. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe. Help me build my channel. Doesn't cost a thing, and it sure helps me. Give it a like. Even if you didn't like it, give me a like. Give me one of those thumbs up, all right? Follow the boring old guy. You never know what I'll be doing next. So until next time, take a hike.